Hey guys, this is Luconas here, and today I'll be talking about social engineering. Now, what is social engineering? Well, social engineering is the art of manipulation. Now, this subject is something of a specialty of mine. I was actually given my online alias due to my skills in the subject. So, let's begin. Social engineering is the psychology of manipulation, and it has been used by con artists since, the beginning of time. But ever since the rise of the hacking culture, it has been given an entirely new purpose. The purpose of gaining information without being caught or authorized. Now, there are hundreds of ways to social engineer, so many ways that people can get into your system. This can range from pretexting, which involves setting up an environment where you can convince someone that you are authorized to send information. Elaborate plans take research, but they're often the best ones to do. But in the con world, this is known as the long con. Or it could be something as simple as eavesdropping. This can be used to gain information by hearing a certain piece of information that allows you to pretend to be someone who has authorized information, such as a verbal password or certain information about a company that a normal outsider would not know. Social engineering in these ways are often used to gain access to buildings. This allows you to hack internal networks. The reason why these attacks are so scary is that any average Joe can hack with little to no hacking skills. There are thousands of programs that you can download to steal information of servers and computers that you can simply run off a USB. And even if the information is encrypted for a small fee, you can get someone to decrypt it, or depending if it's easy, you can just download a program that will decrypt it. These are not the only ways that social engineering happens. Social engineering can also be done from the safety of a hacker's home. Social engineering can be done through phishing emails. Just ask the Nigerian prince. He can tell you about that. Phishing text, and of course phone calls. This is scary. I could be at home in my PJ sipping tea while I'm at the same time stealing people's bank accounts, infecting computers, and simply doing naughty things without getting my hands dirty. Now you're thinking, well, that's all good and well knowing, what social engineering is, but how do I prevent it from happening to me? Well, it's simple. The rule of thumb is, if it's too good to be true, it usually is. You are not related to Nigerian prince, and you are not entitled to the inheritance. And even if you are, well, you're certainly not going to get an email about it or a phone call. You're going to get a letter to go to a place to suss everything out. It's not going to be an email, hey, please give me your bank information, da-da-da-da. No email is going to ask you for your bank information. That's just freaking stupid. And, your bank isn't going to send you an email to log in. And if they are, I wouldn't do it. I'd go check and see if it is an email from your bank and that I do need to log in and do this. And the same thing if I'm getting sued. You're not going to get an email if you're being sued. You're going to get served. You're going to have someone hand a letter to you. It's stupid to think otherwise. Now you're probably a business owner and you're thinking, well, okay, I got employees and they're not the brightest people in the world. They fall victim and they're very gullible. Well, your best bet is to establish a framework of rules. You got to find out who's privy to what information. Who works there, who's authorized to the information at certain levels, and train your personnel. Tell them, if anyone's pressuring you to give information, come get me, come get your manager, depending how big your company is, and come get someone to verify this is the person. And even then, giving information over the phone, through an email, I don't like doing that unless I can verify, this is a company email address, or this is coming from internally from the phone, and I can go and find this person and check them out and see if they do work here, if they have the right identification, if they're in the employee database, and I can get a manager to check that. These things you've got to verify and check. And then, even then, your manager will tell you if someone is privy to the information. So, always check. Nothing's for free. If it's too good to be true, it usually is. And you're not related to Nigerian prince. It's just that simple, man. Anyway, I hope this video helped. Any questions, just comment below or send me a message and I'll be happy to get back to you. And yeah, peace out.